wene dita ida ayudado sira Lamigat wene bena ida ayudado kada
A very good evening to all our fans and friends of Rainforest World Music Festival. Welcome to our Rainforest World Music Festival 2021 visual experience. This year, we bring to you a visual experience of the festival and hope you will enjoy the 3 days program that we have planned. I'm very happy to see we have a full house of festival viewers. Enjoy and have fun. 24 years ago, right here on this spot, besides this lake, was our first Rainforest World Music Festival in 1998. The Sarawak Cultural Village has been home to our Rainforest World Music Festival when we first started with just 300 festival goers, and since then we have moved from the lakeside to the main stage area, which can accommodate many more people. Pre-COVID, our festival numbers were more than 20,000 visitors for the event. We had people from more than 30 countries visiting Sarawak, not just for the festival, but also to enjoy what we have here in the city of Kuching and beyond. Many regular and return festival goers have made Rainforest World Music Festival their reunion rendezvous as friends and families fly in from around the world to meet up. It's a great feeling to see people catching up here at this festival. I also enjoy meeting up with many familiar faces who have become my friends. So this is what this Rainforest Festival is all about. Meeting friends, making new friends, lasting friendships, Sarawak hospitality, enjoying famous Sarawak food and exploring this unique and quiet city of Kuching. I'm always so happy to see that many visitors stay on longer and go on extended trips to other parts of Sarawak. Every year, this village comes to life with people gathering, performers and musicians from all over the world, showcasing their cultural and ethnic music. Next year, our Rainforest Festival will celebrate its 25th anniversary. What you see for this year is a visual showcase of the last 20 plus years, where we pay tribute to all those who have contributed in any way to keep our festival alive. Rainforest World Music Festival is our Sarawak tourism icon, positioned as one of the world's top 10 world music festivals, and we aim to continue to keep our festival legacy ongoing for all our stakeholders and people of Sarawak, and for Sarawakians and musicians to keep and treasure for many more years to come. I'm indeed very grateful that our beloved Chief Minister of Sarawak, Datuk Petinggi Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Bentun Abang Haji Openg, who was Tourism Minister for many years then, saw the importance and value of keeping our Rainforest Music Festival vibrant and relevant. With his continued support, we are here today to witness how this homegrown festival has become one of the key world music festivals globally.
Oha! Selamat petang, selamat lamai, hello, and welcome to the first ever Rainforest World Music Festival virtual experience organized by Sarawak Tourism Board. I'm your host, Natasha Juan, and as with the real festival, we kicked off with a chant. This one from the Kalabit and Kenya indigenous people. Thank you to our Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Sarawak, for opening our show. Now, it's been 2 years since the last Rainforest World Music Festival held at the beautiful Sarawak Cultural Village. And this year, though, we're bringing the show to you. We're now live on RWMF.net, Shopee Live, TVS Facebook, and also on our official RWMF Facebook. So if you're watching on your phone, please switch to desktop view if you want to post in our chat box and be part of the action. Now, prepare to be entranced, immersed, and liberated in 20 years of festival performances. Tonight, we've got performances by Alena Murang, KEMADA, and sung Rawi, and loads of flashbacks to the festival over the years. So make sure to register at rwmf.net if you haven't, because that's where you can win lots of goodies from us. Also, did I mention that the grand prize is worth more than 2,000 ringgit? I'm not kidding. It includes hotel stays, future 3 days RWMF passes for 2, and a whole lot more. How to win? Listen up. Like the official RWMF Facebook page, post a throwback photo or a video of yourself at a previous RWMF, or post a photo or a video of you watching in this show right now. You could be in the kitchen, in your pajamas, anything. Make it creative, and include the hashtag RWMF 2021 virtual. That's very important, and make sure your Facebook page is set to public and tag us at the official Facebook page as well. First though, sit back and relax and order some Grab food from Grab, and we've got a discount code especially for you. Get a 3 ringgit off with the code RWMF. Boleh makan-makan. Get ready for the Rainforest World Music Festival virtual experience. And now, our first guest is one of the first females to play the sape. She's a fierce guardian of the Kalabit culture and a favorite at the Rainforest World Music Festival. Her Midang Midang video won Best Styling Award at the Buenos Aires Music Video Festival, and also her latest video, Warrior Spirit, is out now. Ladies and gentlemen, Alena Murang.
Hi everyone, I'm Alena Murang, and I want to thank Sarawak Tourism Board for having me here at the Rainforest World Music Festival Virtual Experience 2021. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves with us. I'm going to share with you a song. It's an original song in Kalabit language, and it's called Gituan, which means stars. Rainforest has really had an impact on who I am, I think, because, you know, in 1998, I was 9 at the time I went for the festival, and it was such a big highlight of the year because Kuching's such a small town and we were so excited to go to the festival, and it's where the whole world emerged on us. And I could, you know, talk to these musicians from around the world. And I remember once I said to my mom, like, oh, I wish I could be up there like one of them. And she brought me to go and meet some of them and ask them what their life is like, you know, do they do any other jobs and things like that. And yeah, so here I am. If we're thinking of the impact of the Rainforest World Music Festival on the local music scene in Kuching and in Sarawak, I think it's been really impactful for me as a musician. You know, it really opened my eyes and my heart to what world music is and and the stories that we have here in Sarawak also. And I think if, you know, we look at Sarawak compared to other parts of Malaysia, you know, you'd see that Sarawak does have more world music bands, or, you know, the way that we portray our heritage music is stronger, I think, stronger by the youth. You know, the youth have their own interest to make those, you know, to make these world music bands and to learn sape and to learn the drum, you know, to learn sape and to learn the local percussion instruments and to learn the language and to learn our songs. You know, I've really seen kind of a revival or an uprise, especially in sape. You know, when we started learning sape in the year 2000, there was hardly anyone. I'd probably say there's no one in my generation learning, and in my dad's generation, there were just a few people who could play sape. And you know, in the last 10 years, I'd say there's been a complete revival and uprise in the sape, and you know, everybody can play sape and everybody knows sape, and I really think we can credit a lot of that to the Rainforest Festival. You know, even the icon of the festival, the logo of the festival is a sape player, and it's always featured at the opening of the festival, and lately we've been having sape workshops also, and that's just such a beautiful thing to be a part of, because it means that, you know, other instruments and other art forms can also be revived. What makes me come back to the festival year after year? Honestly, it feels like home. It's just, I don't know, it feels familiar to me, yet every year is so different. And especially the way the workshops have been curated, it gives us a real insight into, you know, the different instruments and the musicians, and it's quite intimate. So yeah, I don't think those are experiences you can really get very easily unless you know, travel to these places around the world. So yeah, my suggestion, if you want to go into world music, is to just start. Like, don't overthink it, and don't think that, you know, don't think that it's impossible, because I know sometimes it's hard to find certain resources online and things like that, but, you know, just ask, just reach out and just start. Take it as baby steps, because when you go into world music, especially in heritage music, it's really a long-term journey. It's not something that, you know, will take 1 or 2 years. So just be patient and enjoy the journey. My hope for Rainforest World Music Festival is that, you know, even though we haven't been able to have the festival in person these 2 years, I really hope that after this whole COVID thing is over, that we will come back bigger and stronger. I think that we've seen, during these times, we've seen that, you know, heritage arts and these stories are really important for our identity. And, you know, a lot of the stories that we hear through the music at Rainforest Festival, they lend these community values and also a kind of age-old wisdom that we can learn from today. So I really hope that the purpose of the festival is also kept and even, you know, becomes even stronger when we're able to have it physically again. But till then, I hope that, you know, digitally and virtually, we can still keep the spirit of the festival alive.
Hi, my name is Brendan. I have been volunteering at Rainforest World Music Festival since 2014 till 2019. So the last time I was volunteering, I was a venue custodian and also MC at the DJ stage. So basically, I was the first person to be at the festival ground before the gates open, and I'm also the last person to leave the festival ground. Yeah, because I was the DJ stage. The DJ stage only starts at midnight after all the performances finishes.
Now that was Alena Murang, ladies and gentlemen, followed by a little backstage gossip by one of our volunteers and also a friend of mine, Brandon Chin. Hello, if you're watching. And if you're watching from RWMF.net, don't forget to check out our virtual village. Check out the longhouses. Ada Rumah Panjang. We've got the Bidayu Longhouse, the Iban Longhouse, the Melanau Tall House, and the Orang Ulu Longhouse. And don't forget to have some fun, okay? We have loads of workshops for you to check out and also food and handicrafts. Now, for those of you who have been to the previous RWMF, who are your favorite performers? Let us know on our chat box. Now, the festival has had performers from all over the world, representing all kinds of cultures. So here's a flashback for the best cultural showcase.
ceremony before they can be called man and wife. They will be showered by flowers and holy water.
Sarawak, Borneo, more to discover.
Welcome back, and we hope you enjoyed the performance this far. And just so you know, no matter where you are around the world right now, you are entitled to participate in the prize giveaways. Also, Shopee is giving away discount vouchers, so do check out our Shopee store for loads of exclusive merchandise and Sarawak handicrafts. Right now, we are going to talk to two initiators of the festival, Bob Basuk and Edgar Ong. Now, Bob was the deputy CEO of STB, Sarawak Tourism Board, at that time, and Edgar was involved in band selection for the first few years. Together with Randy Rain Rouge, Randy will be on our show tomorrow, so make sure not to miss out on his story. But these guys, they were all there at the genesis of the festival. We caught up with Bob and Edgar a few days ago. Check it out.
One of the things I'd always been interested in was getting the indigenous music on a big stage. I thought that would really be really cool because in Canada there's a lot of, where I come from, there's a lot of music festivals. And just by chance, Randy Rain Rouge happened to be visiting the Majlis Adat Istiadat, which was Masatok, where I had the office with the STB. I was the deputy CEO of the Sarawak Tourism Board at the time. And he was visiting the Majlis and visiting Jal Angub, who is also a Canadian graduate, and said, hey, look, Randy happens to be from Winnipeg, which is my home province. So he said, look, go over and see me. So we started talking about it, and I just, Randy was doing world music, and he was looking at all these instruments, and we just started talking about it. And I said, look, do you think that this music would have a place on a big stage? And Randy said, of course it would. The tourism board CEO, Dato' Aloysius Driss, once he saw that would work, then he was behind it. He said, yeah, look, we can make this happen.
So Randy was introduced to Edric, and one night Edric happened to bring him along to my house for dinner. He said, we've been in discussion with Bob at the Sarawak Tourism Board, and we would like to have a sort of festival to promote local musicians, artisans, and maybe I can bring in from overseas other musicians, world music. In those days it was called ethnic music before world music actually became the big name, to bring them in and to see how they interact with each other, especially during the workshops in afternoons. That was his original idea. So I said, wow, that's great. So I said, well, he said, and then Edric proposed, I think, that the Sarawak Cultural Village, which he was the consultant of, was the perfect, ideal sort of setting for it. And then I said, yeah, you need a name if you want to have a festival. So I was the one who actually volunteered. It's a Rainforest, just call it the Rainforest World Music Festival.
But I tell you, the guy who kept this thing on track, if it hadn't been for him, it would have gone off the rails, is Haji Mohammed Tuah Jais. He was the information officer in the tourism board at the time, and he was then chairing these meetings as a representative for the tourism board. His skill at keeping all these people together and keeping the focus of the festival, that's what made sure that the first year happened. If it had been anybody else, it would have ended up as a cultural show. rather than a music festival. But Haji Twa he knew exactly what we were trying to do, and he kept it online. That was pivotal. I mean, that was so difficult to do.
And I think on the creative side of it, it was Randy single-handedly, of course with Bob's help and input from us, the locals. Us meaning for the first 5 years or so, I was the what they used to call director of selection, choice, whatever. I picked and choose the bands and all that. Together with Junling, who was assisting me. Eventually, she took over for about the next 10 years or something. Yeah. One of the most difficult things was to strike a balance between bands which are local and really ethnic, and people. We are trying to bring out people from the interior who have never been exposed or never been heard before by the world, as well as bringing in niche bands, not the well-known, famous ethnic music world bands from overseas, but the ones who are on the borderline, on the edgy bands, the edgier bands, who would come here for 1,000 US, something like that, rather than 25,000 US, which would blow our entire budget.
Yeah.
So I think that was we had to keep that sort of balance.
For the first probably up to 10 years, the festival was a place you went to meet Kuching people. You know, and it was like a Kuching picnic. Everybody was out there listening to fantastic music, and you
bringing their own beers and food, sausages, and
So you'd sit out there and you'd meet Kuching people. Then there was a change. Then it became really well known, and then you'd wander around and you'd say, "I don't know anybody here now."
I don't know 5% of the guys here,
which was good. I mean, it meant that it's gone beyond the shores, but the music has always been fantastic in some form throughout the whole festival. I think that you can have your personal preferences, you can like this one or don't like that one, but the overall, if you look at the sum of the music, it's been really fantastic. So I think that, and that's credit to everybody who's been involved in selecting, from starting with Edgar and going on. I mean, that's the toughest job.
Personally, I think my greatest hope is to ensure that all our local musicians are given the spotlight, and to be able to shine if they are good, skilled. And that was always Randy's first aim, that we should highlight the music, the culture, the ethnic music, the world music of Sarawak. And everything else is secondary.
No, okay, look, I think that was from the beginning. It was an aim not just to promote the state, but to promote local music, and to give musicians a place to play that music. And I think we've got Alena Murang, who's now up for an international award. She was a performer at the music festival, with the Sape girls, taught by Matthew Ngao, who is a perennial performer at the festival. So these things are products of this festival. The Jerry Kamits, all these ones, they're all products of the festival, and I think it has had effect. So as long as that can keep going, that's the main thing, is to provide a stage and to provide a platform for these people to become professional musicians, to have their craft taken beyond the shores, and I think that's really good.
More to discover.
Hi, and I'm back. Now, we're giving away goodie bags to the first 50 who registered, and we've still got plenty to give out throughout these 3 days. It includes a one-day festival pass for next year, a hotel voucher from Grand Margarita Hotel or Riverside Majestic Hotel, a food voucher from Sunnydale Cafe, and a drink voucher from the Junk Restaurant. Now, don't forget to check out our chat box below for the names of some of our winners, and make sure you post your full name, okay, so that we can identify you, and keep on posting, because even if you don't see your name, you still might win. We'll let you know after the show. Right now, all the way from Cebu, Sarawak, they played at the festival back in 2019. Keeping the traditional Iban music alive, especially the ritual drum, Gendang Pampat. KEMADA, take it away.
Hi everyone, KEMADA is back. Thank you for inviting us. Whoa! Ha! Whoa! Ha! Whoa! Ha!
Now that was KEMADA, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time to give away 2 prizes right now. Listen carefully to the question, okay? You need to post the answer in our platform chat, and don't forget to put your registration name along so that we know who you are. Are you ready? Who is the official organizer for this RWMF 2021 virtual experience? Who is the official organizer for the Rainforest World Music Festival 2021 virtual experience? Very easy. Be quick. We'll announce the 2 winners of this giveaway immediately after our next flashback. And I'll be very generous and tell you that the answer is available at rwmf.net. Now, question. How many musical instruments can you play? Because I can't play any. Maybe the triangle. I don't know. But from bagpipes to drums to a husband and wife duo. Time to check out our favorite bands from all over the world with the most instruments.
With the horn, Peter Orina. Warutu one, Boas Akech. Warutu two, we have none other than Edward Odiabo. Titi, the tallest man we have here. Daniel Odiabo. Before I forget to introduce myself, George Achieng Babu. With the percussions, we have Boniface Imango. Thank you. You have a good night. Thank you, Sarawak. On the horn, Peter Orina. Warutuan, Boas Akech. Warututu, we have none other than Edward Odhiambo. Wonyatiti, the tallest man we have here. Daniel Odhiambo. Before I forget to introduce myself, George Achieng Babu. On the percussions, we have Boniface Mango. Thank you. You have a good night. Thank you, Sarawak.
More to discover.
Welcome back, and I have two winners for our quick giveaways. Congratulations to our winners, Jeffrey Lawing and also Sila. Jeffrey Lawing and Sila, congratulations. And in case you're guessing, the answer to the question is Sarawak Tourism Board. Very senang, okay? And don't worry, we've got more where that came from, and you still stand a chance to win one of our goodie bags. Now, for those who missed out on this tiny detail on how you can be a winner, all you got to do is just like the official RWMF Facebook page, post a throwback photo or a video of yourself at a previous RWMF, or post a photo photo or a video of you watching this show right now and include the hashtag RWMF 2021 virtual. Don't forget to tag our official RWMF Facebook page as well and make sure your post is set to public so that we can see them and you can win. Now it's your chance on winning a grand prize worth over 2,000 ringgit. So keep checking our chat box to see if your name comes up. But we have loads to give away, so you might get a call after the show as well if you continue to post. Now, let's meet one of Sarawak's biggest fans and the festival's most regular volunteers, Linda Drew.
I'm here.
Okay, there you are. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, okay. I'm just going to go straight right through it to it. Can you tell us, when did you first come to the Rainforest World Music Festival?
Okay, so the first year I actually came was with Inkamaka as their manager in 2002. So very early in the festival. The band had been 3 years previously to the second event, which was 1999. And they'd come back and raved about it. And when we got the invitation to come, I said, of course, well, as the manager, I should come too. So that's how I came. It was fantastic.
Nice. Now, something that I'm really curious about, what was your first impression when you stepped foot to Sarawak? When you first got here, what was your first impression about our home?
Okay. I love Sarawak. All the people that I've met know that I just keep coming back because it's an amazing place. I had spent many years travelling around Malaysia but had never been to Borneo, and it's my second home now. I love it.
And if you could have one thing from Sarawak right now, what would it be? There's something that you really miss about Sarawak, huh?
Laksa.
Laksa. I actually would want one right now. Now, what makes Rainforest, the Rainforest World Music Festival, different from any other festivals that you've been to?
Oh, okay.
What's set apart?
So the main thing that makes it different is that everybody mingles. So I've volunteered and my band has obviously performed at many festivals, but at Rainforest, there's no separation between artist, liaison, the schleppers or the ravens as they're called now, the audio and technical crew. Everybody mixes together. I mean, you meet every morning in the restaurant for breakfast, and wherever there's a spare seat, you just sit down, introduce yourself, and you meet people. So it's great. That's one thing that's really different from the rest of the festivals.
And do you think this kind of festival, how do you think it supports the indigenous music in Sarawak and also around the world?
Well, for a start, it gives Indigenous music from Borneo a platform, an international platform, and it gives the Indigenous musicians a chance to meet with and play with world-class musicians from everywhere, and hopefully it inspires them or influences them or gives them contacts so that they can further their musical careers if that's what they want to do. Yeah. I met an amazing band from Sarawak in, I think it was 2012. I had the pleasure of being their LO, and it was their first real performance. They'd won Battle of the Bands or something a few weeks earlier on the waterfront. And they were amazing. They were so professional, so proud of their culture, and they've gone on to do bigger and better things since then, but I thought they were one of the highlights of that year's festival.
Marka Marka and Kila, two of our bands who couldn't stay away. And here's one of my personal favorite bands. From Kuching, Sarawak, they describe themselves as an experimental Nusantara band. Ladies and gentlemen, Sang Rawi.
Hi, I'm Rawi. So, welcome to Rainforest World Music Festival 2021.
takkan habisnya. Kalau dah rindu sudah membara, pasti tiada rasa kecewa. Oi! La 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 la.
Sarawak Tourism Board, we're very, very happy and very proud when we talk about responsible tourism. It has started as early as 2011 and there were various steps that we took to create sustainable tourism initiatives and all. So what do we do when we talk about responsible tourism in Rainforest World Music Festival? Some of the things that we're very proud of is that we like to educate and to reduce the use of single-use plastic. And one of the ways we do that is that we had in our responsible tourism efforts, water refill stations all over the Sarawak Cultural Village where people are able to refill for free the water, and this will help to cut down on single-use plastic. And we feel that this is an opportunity where this iconic event will be used as a platform to teach members of the public and the corporate bodies with regards to responsible tourism. In our effort, it's also just to share with you, not just about the greening of replanting of trees or the water refill station, we also actually encourage our vendors. So there was sustainable procurement and waste management. And that in itself is also a big thing, because imagine you have vendors cooking and all. We actually collected the used oil and then we had processed it and so forth. So that in itself is also very good and very educating. We actually had required that our vendors use sustainable tableware, so it's not polystyrene and all that. I think it is one of the few steps that is going to change the way Rainforest World Music Festival is going to move, after this whole pandemic and when we have the real concerts back. I feel that the responsible tourism becomes natural to the vendors, to the industry players, the agencies, because we have those products. And therefore, we have many packages that weave in with responsible tourism elements. For example, the turtle conservation. We also have a community project, where we in Sarawak Tourism Board engage with the low-income bracket in the long houses, in the homestays, and we teach them, about waste management and so forth. So this becomes part and parcel of their daily life, and therefore when any visitors do come in, they can be engaged with the community and also work with the community in some of this project that has been shared with them. My hope for the future is that Sarawak tourism in general and the state will achieve this goal that we have put ourselves in a matter of 10 years to achieve our aspiration of making Sarawak as a leisure destination that is very conscious about behaving responsibility towards our culture, our heritage, our biodiversity, and everything else. So, it's going to be a greener future for all of us. Thank you.
Now, that was the CEO of Sarawak Tourism Board talking about the responsible tourism that is so important in Sarawak and in this festival. Now, thank you for joining day one of the Rainforest World Music Festival virtual experience. If you're feeling hungry, it's your last chance to order Grab food, and why not do a little shopping on Shopee. Also, thank you for joining us on the show. I hope you're having a great time, but we're not done yet, yeah? Not yet. Question. How fast are your fingers? Try beating these guys. Here are our picks for the performers with the fastest fingers.
Se lo dejo todo al buey, porque el trabajo lo hizo Dios como un castigo. A mí me gusta el merengue apanmichao, con una negra retrechera y buena moza. A mí me gusta bailar de medio lado, bailar bien apretado con una negra bien sabrosa. Y dime si no es verdad, merengue mucho mejor, porque eso de trabajar a mí me causa dolor. Y dime si no es verdad, merengue mucho mejor, porque eso de trabajar a mí me causa dolor. ¡Ea!
more to discover.
Welcome back, and before we call it a night for day one, remember we've got more prizes to give out tomorrow. We also have our grand prize, which we will announce on day 3. Now this is a big one. It's worth over 2,000 ringgit, and our lucky winner will get 3-day passes for 2 for next year's festival. Free hotel accommodation at Riverside Majestic, food and drink vouchers from Junk and Sunnydale Cafe, and plenty of merchandise. How to win? The mechanics is exactly like the goodie bags. All you need to do is just like the official RWMF Facebook page, post a throwback photo or a video of yourself at a previous RWMF, or post a photo or a video of you watching this show right now. And don't forget to include the hashtag RWMF 2021 virtual and tag our official RWMF Facebook page. Make sure your post is set to public, and please put your full names on it as well. And you need to answer 3 questions, 1 from each night of this virtual experience. So listen carefully, because here's the first grand prize giveaway question. Are you ready? This one actually quite easy. Name the official venue of the Rainforest World Music Festival. I'll say that again. Name the official venue of the Rainforest World Music Festival. Now make sure to listen and answer to all 3 days for your chance to win. This one's super kacang, easy peasy. Now thank you for making day one a success. Shout out especially to you, Shopee, Grab, TBS, all partners. And tomorrow, we've got the legendary father and son Matthew Ngao and Lian in the studio. Lian will also join his own band at Adao for an exclusive performance, and not forgetting Suk Binik. I'm your host, Natasha Juan, and this is the Rainforest World Music Festival Virtual Experience. See you tomorrow.
Ai te karuma taki taki Tui a te hao te reo mori ki te rangi E ka hai te mapu o te manawa ora Reka ai te taringa whakarongo E wai ai te karuma taki taki Hakamaua kia tina Huie